Hi folks, welcome back to the channel here. Today we're featuring Cedar Hills in Raleigh, North Carolina. This course is kind of made for the advanced beginner there are some beginner holes, but some tricky wooded shots. I played the skip 8, add 13A layout with the longs. First hole, 224 feet, 23 foot downhill. Pretty much just a straight shot. There is a drop off just behind the basket. I got lucky and I missed my line, but I still got inside circle one on this one. Very nice little opening hole. Good for beginners. Lots of trees to hit. Next, you're going to see play the long, so 347 feet on 31 foot downhill. So it is reachable. This is for the backhand players. This is just a nice bomber shot. Keep it low because high, there's lots of foliage. And something that lands down in this area, skipping to the left would be perfect, to be honest with you. I had a circle 2 put on this one, just missed it. So definitely a reachable. I know it's a little bit long, but it's reachable. All right, hole 3, 257 feet uphill. It plays probably close to like 320, to be honest with you. And like almost all of the holes here, there's definitely a main fairway gap to hit. So you just fly your disc straight up through this. Don't go left, don't go right, because you're going to be in trouble. Then you'll be scramble mode. Scoot something right up to that basket. Hole 4, 204 feet. Apparently this is the ace run hole. I don't know where the ace run comes from because I couldn't do it. Maybe if you have a forehand or something, because you got to sneak something a little bit to the left here. Had a little trouble with the drone flying on this this hole, to be honest with you, but there it is, 204 foot, straight in there. Easy birdie if you can get it. Hole 5, 302 feet. Just pretty much straight up this hole. It's going to fade out to the left, so you're going to want to start up this hill. It is uphill, so it probably plays a little bit longer than that. You want to sneak through this little gap, get a little lucky, and you see the tennis court's on the right, and the basket's right here on the left. Hole 6, we played the C position, which is 496 par 4. Not knowing this off the tee, this is a tough one. You want to go left. So anything, the drone's flying through this gap. The other gaps might be just fine. You need to get to the left on this one because there's just a guardian bunch of trees on the right side to be able to sneak out through this gap. Right about here is where the other basket is when it's not playing as a par 4. And then you can see if you're on the left side here, you can sneak through this little gap and then it opens up. You can see some players there to this wonderful little elevated up on the hill basket. All right, now we're coming up to my favorite hole of this course, number 7, 243 water carry. This is like hole 8 at Maple Hill. It's gorgeous. Shanked mine to the right, but I finished underneath that, it's a muddy disc, but it definitely made it. Just gorgeous hole. You know, you just love to see. It's an ace run. You know, 240 feet's not that hard to get across, but I'm sure some beginners might disagree with me on this one. Absolutely gorgeous hole. Hole 8, let me show you what hole 8 looks like. There it is. So that's why we skip 8 and play 13A. Hole 9, we play the longs 331 feet uphill. This is a bomber. Like this is probably like 380 to get all the way up there. Nice wide open shot. There is OB, all the pavement on the right side. Just straightforward. Grip it and rip it. All right, hole 10. 477 feet par 4 is what we played today. Tunnel shot off the tee, straight down the path. If it plays as a par 3, kind of where this little bright white shop is, past this handsome guy, flying a drone, is where the basket is for the par 3. Anything down here is good. And then through the woods and up the hill. Here we go. Now you're going back up the hill. All this guarded tree. Look at that basket. It's just guarded everywhere. It is a tough hole. All right, number 11, 278 feet. It's gorgeous. I love this hole. It's just, you know, if you have a 300-foot shot, just throw 300 foot, you'll be right under the basket. That's all you got to do. It's a right-handed dream. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Wood chips and everything. All right, hole 12, par 3, 369 feet from the longs. Just a bomber shot downhill. You really need to just throw something dead straight down here. Not a whole lot of room for a flex shot, but I guess you could. And just keep going, and keep going, and keep going. Just straight, long, down. There it is. All right, 13, par 4, 415 feet up this hill, over the hill, through the woods. Just keep going. Tee shot, you really need to get something up here because if not, good luck. It's just a long one, especially with being like 30 feet uphill, something like that. Straight to the fence. There it is, wide open. Actually, it's an open green, which is kind of nice. All right, we played 13B here all the time I was here. Just a little straight shot that they added in. Just got to give kudos to the people who run this course. Just great job. You know, instead of just taking out 8, they put in this hole, and it's a nice little hole. Straight shot right through this tunnel. It's great. Good addition to the course. All right, 14, par 3, 256 feet. I would say it's slightly uphill. Doesn't feel like that from the tee, though. Feels pretty much straight. And this is kind of a lefty hole. You know, if you got a little forehand shot or something like that, and, you know, just go straight towards the basket here. It does drop off a little bit. Pretty decent hole. All right, 15, par 3. We played 317 feet, and it declines 34 feet. Just an absolute gorgeous tee area, and it just draws you in. This is one of those holes that you're just like, I can get there, even though it's a little bit longer if you're a beginner, but you just feel like you can do it. I mean, it's straight downhill the whole way. Tough to park it. 16, we played the longs, 304 feet. Yeah, this one is a lefty hole for sure. Righties are going to have a hard time. It's an overgrown like tunnel shot here, and then it finishes up this hill to the right. Oof. Tough little birdie to get, but pars are not too tough on that one. All right, 17, 236 feet. This is probably the tightest gap off of the tee. My drone had a really hard time flying through there. Just wanted to like be a magnet to the tree, which you'll see here in a minute. But uphill to the right, it's a long one for being pretty short. All right, 18. We actually played the shorts. There is a long basket, but we just played the straight uphill 305 on this course here. It's a good finisher hole. Get you right back to your car and just straight up the hill. 305, but it plays more like 350. You really got to have a nice long throw for this one. Just straight as an arrow. Absolutely love playing this course. I've played about 100 courses nationwide, and this is top 5. For sure. I mean, I'm an intermediate player, and this is an intermediate course, so it really fits the way that I like to play. And here's 18 again with that magnet tree. Whack. Oof, that was a tough one. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this course. I really do. Have a great day. God bless.